What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97, and welcome back to my SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager mode. Last time we had our big tournament to crown our inaugural United States champion. The tournament was won by King Booker, so there he is right there in all of his kingly royal glory. Sure. Anyways, I looked over your comments from the last two episodes. Someone had left me a suggestion that I hadn't considered because I forgot that this was a thing. Well, there's one of the guys I would be looking for. But somebody left a suggestion to potentially put together the King's Court. Have Booker join up with Finlay and William Regal. And I definitely think that's a good idea to consider for the future. But I also got another suggestion, which I kind of liked. It's more dysfunctional, and it's, I guess, more home-brewn, bro, what's the word, what's the phrase? I don't know, but somebody left a suggestion to have, obviously we have Booker here, but then to also have Crime Time as, like, I don't know, royal guards or something. And I kind of like that idea, even though it's a little absurd, although to be fair, Crime Time's gimmick is a little absurd, but I don't know, it's different. Like, we could do the King's Court, that exists, that happened in real life once, but I kind of like this idea of these, like, hired bodyguards for the king first. They're like the mercenaries or whatever. So I'm gonna run with that for now, although in the future, we could always have a storyline, like, if things don't work out with these guys, then we can just trade Crime Time away and pick up the Regal and Finlay, and we can put together the King's Court, or do something else completely different from either of those ideas down the road. But yes, we are definitely going to have, well, I kind of messed up in the first episode, and unfortunately, I don't think I can do anything here to have, like, a heel-face turn. No, that's kind of lame. Alright, so I'll have to do that on the next episode of SmackDown. But I made a bit of an error, because I realized the rivalry that I want to go for now, if you watched the last episode, saw the tournament, you'd know that it was CM Punk versus Booker in the finale. And, yeah, that'd be a good rivalry to kick things off with. We have Punk, and we're going to pair Punk up with the Demon's Apple, with Carlito and Kane, to take on Crime Time and Booker. The only problem is I have to turn Punk face, so I can't set that rivalry up just yet. So, that'll be my goal for this episode. Speaking of, while I was at the calendar just a moment ago, I've considered your comments, and I think I'm going to, at least for now, I'm not going to use this. Now, I thought of several different ways to approach this. I could maybe use it just to boost guys up to, like, a minimum of 60 or maybe 70 if I really get desperate. But for now, I'm going to see if I can build my own stars from scratch. I'm going to see if I can book them to success. And hey, if I drop, well, let's see, what do we start with? We start with, like, 3 million each in the fan support. I mean, I feel like if I drop below 1 million, then it's kind of too little too late. So maybe if I drop below, like, because I kind of feel like I'll drop below 1.5 mil pretty quickly. So maybe if I drop below 1 million viewers, there might be no coming back after that. But hey, if I drop below that threshold, then that can be the point when I free up the calendar for, unless something comes up in the meantime, and you guys are okay with it, then maybe we'll raise that threshold a little bit, but for now, that's my plan. These are our current champions: Nitro, the Cruiserweight scene, the World Heavyweight, Demon's Apple Tag Team, Booker, the United States. Other suggestions I got for tag teams, I got a bunch of different stuff. Someone had said do Helms and Dykstra as a team. That'd be kind of cool. Someone had said to do, I thought about putting Chris Masters with someone else. Someone said MVP and Mr. Kennedy. I'm not entirely sure what I'm set on yet with those, and usually a lot of the tag team names that people come up with, I mean, you kind of just fuse their two gimmicks, and it doesn't always produce the best results. Like, I know someone had suggested maybe do MVP and Mark Henry, and that was what I don't know, whatever it was, the team that, the World's Strongest Players, that was something that Brendan Plays did, so I'm not going to do that, just because I'd like to create something a bit more, I mean, create something unique, something that isn't kind of playing off of something that had come before, although to be fair, there's only so much you can do with this stuff, I guess. Anywho, actually another tag team that someone suggested that I think sounds interesting as well was Masters and Helms, but for now, I think pairing up the 2 cruiserweights is a good idea. Just, I mean, they're going to kind of be down and out. Although, we're kind of in a pickle with Johnny Nitro, because he's a heel. The other 2 cruiserweights are heels. I guess I could use the Hardy Boys in that capacity, because, like, Jeff just got squashed by Mark Henry last episode. And they're not going to be in the tag team title picture just yet, because Crime Time kind of has that slot booked, so maybe that's what I'll go with for right now. But yeah, so what I'm going to do with the calendar, if I need to do some R&R, I think that makes sense that you would do that. Maybe if I need to, like, build up cash, that'd be fine. 'Cause, you know, more of these, I guess, these little events. Unless maybe for, like, a story significance, maybe I could do, like, a website interview or something. But I'm not going to be doing other brand invasions, because all that really does is just build popularity. Also, I have to worry about fatigue. That'd be a major issue if I have guys getting injured left and right. Yeah, I think mainly I just want to focus on doing the, like, mainly just, like, for fatigue, and I guess for cash if I ever need it, although I don't think that'll be an issue for the time being. So for this first week, I'm just going to go ahead and simulate, because there's nothing I can really do there. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to boost that popularity, but we're not going to do that. I hope I didn't just skip past Friday. Okay, good. It did say Sim 2. So let's take a look at the Raw show. Terry Funk, Sandman, and Ashley beat Kali, Chavo, and Regal. Quality programming right here. Mickey defeats Candice. Sabu beats Melina. Okay. Marcus Corvan beat... Wow, Triple H is putting guys over. That's a shock. But yeah, for the Intercontinental title in the ladder match. And Jesus Christ, the Steel Cage Fatal 4-Way. They're pulling out all the stops. Not a single 4-star match on the show, but yet a 4-star overall rating. So I guess the ratings are still going to be broken, even though they've got such a clear advantage over us. Maybe we're just already destined to fail. But let's take a look at ECW. We have Kelly and Michelle McCool defeated Finlay and Snitsky. That's a new one. The Undertaker defeat... Oh, jeez. Torrie Wilson in a submission match. Okay. Randy Orton and Rick Rude beat HBK. That's an interesting pairing. We have The Rock winning a Fatal 4-Way against Stone Cold, Lashley, and Flair. And a parking lot brawl between Elijah Burke and Rowdy Roddy Piper. So, I mean, hey, they're using the legends to put over the younger talent. Well, you know, in some cases, not so much there. But here, they're putting together their big main eventer, Elijah Burke. Actually, now that I think about it, who are their champions? I didn't actually inspect this. So, The Rock is the ECW champion. Bret Hart... Oh, wait, actually... Maybe I did already check out Raw. Well, Triple H is no longer the Intercontinental Champion, but Batista's the WWE Champion, so even though Batista lost to John Cena in in the 2007 series, he just went right over to Raw and picked up that WWE title, so good on him. Wait. Okay, this threw me off for a second, because Carlito, but I traded for him. So I don't know who their tag team champions are now. We'll find out then. And Melina, women's champion. So cool. That's cool stuff. So right off the bat, with this promo, oh man, but using the new superstars would be... who do I use it on? Well, for right now... Hang on. How does Edge have fatigue? I didn't do anything. I didn't use the calendar. I didn't... Unless... does the game do that for you? That wouldn't make any sense. Huh. Okay, so Edge has fatigue. Because, like, the first show was an exhibition, so I don't know how you would have picked that up, especially considering Edge wasn't even part of the tournament. I don't know. But, yes, we are going to... What am I looking for? I just completely lost my train of thought. That threw me for a loop. We want a dirty, clean turn. CM Punk has to turn face. That's what we got to do. So, I think what could happen... How do I want to start this show? That's I guess, the golden question here. Okay, so I took some time to actually set up the card just because this was going to be a super long video if I didn't. In the future, I might actually show myself making the match cards, but for now, I'm still figuring out what I want to do. So I did that off screen, and yeah, so I realized that I had the difficulty set to easy, which probably carried over into the tournament last episode, so I'll put it to... See, because I don't want to put it to legend, because then all they'll do is just counter, and then the match is going to be super, super boring. So I'd like the AI to have some, like, intuition to be able to, like, know what to do, but also if it's just going to be back and forth reversals, that's no fun, that's boring. So I'll try normal, we'll see what that does. Honestly, like, you wouldn't think it, but like in these older games, having the difficulty set to easier it kind of works, because like I'll give the AI some leeway in the matches. So if it's set to easy, then it, like, there aren't any like super reversal spams. But yeah, I'll try normal, see how things go. One thing that someone suggested for me to do was to turn the title off, meaning that anybody can challenge for the world title. And in this scenario, I do think that is, I think that's a smart decision. I forget if I had discussed this in the earlier bit or not. Some things came up, so this is later. But I will turn that off for now, just because the way I see it, if I look at our Power 25, of course some of these guys aren't here anymore now, but like, our top stars are going to be Cena, Edge, Punk, Booker, and Kennedy. So then, like, there will be a bit of fluctuation, like Crime Time might hop up there, Umaga at some point as well. And, well, actually, you know what, okay, change of mind. For now, I'm going to leave this on. I won't mess with any of the settings. However, if things do become troublesome, like if the top 5 are never budging and I need to put somebody else up there to be able to challenge for something, then I might go ahead and bend the rules a bit. And that might just apply to, I don't want to say all of these, like injuries, I don't plan on turning those off. But if anything here, at some cost, that would be cheating. But this is because I've actually beaten the mode, so I could actually cheat the mode if I wanted to. I don't plan on, like these two I don't plan on using because they're normally not there. But stuff like morale, maybe. We'll just see how things play out. Okay, so that did change. It did save over. So going back to the match card here, I set everything up. We're going to have John Cena taking on Chris Masters. Edge is ringside. I put him in his corner just because, you know, I got to really be careful with who gets the wins here, especially considering I'm already at a disadvantage. So putting Edge in Cena's corner, it's more like he's just there to spectate the match as like a canon reason for him being there. But yeah, we put him on Cena's corner because this is just a good match to build up Cena. That's the purpose of it. Although if Masters picks up the win, then I guess we can build up Masters for something. He's not going to be able to get a title shot, unfortunately, because he's nowhere near the top of the rankings. But hey, that's something we can work towards in the future. And we got the tag team match. It's the Hardy Boys taking on Crime Time. Again, Kane is ringside just because we got to have the Kane and Shad rivalry building in the background. And I figure we'll use the Hardy Boys to put over Crime Time, start to build them up as a credible contenders for the tag team titles. But yeah, this show's gonna bomb. We're gonna get wrecked this first week, and that's just gonna be a good sign of things to come, how the early part of this series is gonna start off. So yeah, we got the new superstar hype. We had to do it for somebody. I'm gonna do it for Booker. We've got a Cruiserweight Championship matchup just to try to give the show a bit of extra hype. It's only the Cruiserweight title, so it's still fairly minor, but I figured this will be how we can sort of set up Johnny Nitro. Assuming that he can defeat Helms here, next week I might have him take on Kenny Dykstra. Just that'll be Nitro's way of setting himself up as the champ. He'll take on these two guys, and that gives Helms and Dykstra a way to form a tag team, form an alliance, to gang up and take down Johnny Nitro. That's the plan. Then we got a singles match, Mr. Kennedy versus Umaga. I decided to make a rivalry between these two guys, because Kennedy is currently clean, so I'm going to have him as a face take on Umaga as a heel. I want to build up Umaga to be the next big thing. It's kind of what I was hinting at the end of the last series. So it's going to be, because then I figure, like, well, regardless of how this matchup ends, like Cena versus Edge, whoever walks out with the title, then Umaga would likely go up against Edge. So even if Edge loses, then it'll be Umaga versus Edge. Umaga can presumably squash Edge and then go up to face Cena, I guess. Or if Edge wins, then we'll build up Umaga to fight Edge. Regardless, I want him to be kind of an unstoppable monster. I want to build him up with, like, an undefeated streak, so we'll see how that goes here. And, of course, returning CM Punk face, and we're going to have him call out Booker for the main event. It's a rematch for the tournament. I could put the US title on the line. That would probably help me, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to keep it a straight-up singles match, because Punk just wants some retribution for that tournament. And Booker, he's not a cowardly champion, but like, what does he owe Punk? Why would he put the title on the line immediately? That's, I don't know. So I'm thinking for this series, I might do longer episodes, since the entire point of this series is to really flesh these characters out. I don't plan on doing a whole lot of trades, so I really want these rivalries to, like, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe like half an hour, 40 minutes episodes. Let me know what you guys think of the format. We'll try it out for this episode. Of course, this episode has had a lot of setup, but normally I don't know if things are gonna always be this way or not. But yeah, what matches am I gonna play? I'm gonna tentatively simulate this one as much as I'd like to play it. But hopefully Cena can get the job done. No, he didn't. Okay, so Chris Masters is gonna be, he's gonna be getting a push. We'll say that Edge played a distraction and he threw off the champ. That's not what I was looking for. I was hoping to build up Cena with a good streak. Same with Edge, like build those guys up, but that didn't happen. So we're not gonna get that there. I'm gonna try it. Can we at least go 1 for 2? No, the Hardy Boys get the win here. Okay, throwing all wrenches in all my plans. We're gonna play this matchup because I'm not gonna go 0 for 3. I can't risk that. And I guess we'll do Punk. Well, I mean, we saw Punk versus Booker in the last episode, so I'll simulate that one. And Booker does get the win, so thank you. Something went the way that I wanted it to. You could always say that Booker used underhanded tactics or something. But these are the two that I'm gonna play. We're gonna focus on Nitro and Umaga, the guys who were kind of getting a bit of a push at the end of the last series. We're gonna build him up here, especially Nitro. He's a Cruiserweight champ. He's got to look strong, so he's got to take down some fodder, take down some Helms and Dykstra. They're kind of just going to be the introductory challengers, I suppose. Although Jeff Hardy could step up. Same with Matt. They could step up at some point to challenge Nitro, and we'll see how that goes. But into the match we go. For anyone who is curious, I did create an official Gregory Helms and Kenny Dykstra tag team in the creative faction mode. So they are an actual alliance. They're official, although I don't think it's going to take effect until the next week. So that'll happen in the future. But for right now, it's just Gregory Helms going solo against Johnny Nitro here tonight. And you never know. Next week, maybe there will be some interference when the team takes effect. That'd be cool, but we'll see how that plays out. Another idea that I potentially had for the series was to just not play any matches at all. I don't know how, or except for like maybe pay-per-views or something. Just to really have it as, like, I know TEW is like a booking simulator, like for like, you know, just for the sake of booking it. But this is more of like a challenge thing. So I don't know. I don't know exactly how I'm going to format this series. But that's what you're here for. Leave your suggestions and all that good stuff. It's time, folks. It's time. But it's not Vader time. It's Gregory Helms time. Okay, maybe that's not as good of a, not quite the catchy slogan that perhaps it was supposed to be. But anyways, Dykstra is not here. I'm getting people confused already. This is Helms, Gregory Helms, not the Hurricane. It's just Gregory Helms. And Johnny Nitro, he looks ready to go. He looks intense as ever. Because for Nitro, you have to think this is his first title defense, first match of the series. If he goes out here and he loses to Gregory Helms, well then he's, I mean, that'd be humiliating on his part. I mean, he goes out here, his very first title defense, and drops it to Helms. Would there be any coming back from that for Johnny Nitro? I don't know. I don't know if he'd be able to come back from that. So for his sake, this is a must-win matchup. A must-win indeed. I know I just brought up TEW a moment ago, and in the past I have talked about potentially doing a series on that game. But realistically, the only way that could work, that could function, is in, like, if I started doing live streams at some point, which I'm not opposed to doing in the future, but for now, that's not an option for me in my current situation. But yeah, I have to figure out how to play TEW, and I am both not interested in learning how the game functions and also just lack the appropriate time to pick up on the mechanics. So yeah, TEW, that is not a series that's going to be happening anytime soon. However, if you are interested in just finding a cool creator, a cool YouTube personality who does make interesting TEW videos, Skino, my boy Skino, just started up a TEW series on his channel, so check that out if you were looking forward to something from me. Skino makes good stuff. But yeah, for me, TEW, not to say that it's just not my type of game, but I gotta learn how to play it first, and at the moment I just don't really want to learn how to play it at this point in time. So for now, that's not an option that's on the table. As Johnny Nitro slingshots into the ring with that vicious elbow drop. A snap elbow drop from Nitro. And now Nitro with a knee lift straight to Helms. Follows through the European uppercut. And currently, it is the Cruiserweight Champion who has control of this matchup as he springs to the top rope. Look out below. He's looking for a corkscrew, a diving corkscrew moonsault, hook of the leg. 1, 2, no. You can almost call that like an early, it's not quite the Starship Pain, but it's close. It's off the top rope. It's not quite a super Starship Pain, but we're going to call it that anyway. But meanwhile, Gregory Helms takes down Nitro with the side Russian leg sweep. I guess technically, though, the Starship Pain is a different gimmick entirely. This is the pre-Morrison Nitro. But yeah, Johnny Nitro, he's one of those guys that one of the superstars growing up that I thought was super cool. It was kind of like Jeff Hardy, where Hardy did all the flips and the high risk moves and stuff, and that's what kind of caught me as a kid. That's what grabbed my attention. John Morrison was pretty cool like that too. He did all of his parkour stuff, and he just had a really unique style. And then WWE just never really utilized him. He had that feud with The Miz, and Miz ended up going over him, which made me kind of sad. But wait a minute, look at this. Oh my God, what was that? Thought he was gonna go for the sliced bread, but instead turned it into a spinning cutter. Massive move by Nitro. Hook of the leg on Helms again too. No. Helms kicks out, but that's the athleticism you would expect from the Cruiserweight Champion. Truly unmatched in that ring. As again, he drills Helms with that vicious European uppercut, but Helms rakes the eyes. Gregory Helms may have to resort to these dirty tricks to keep Nitro down, to be able to put him away, or even just form some sort of an offensive attack in this matchup. But oh no, he went for the wheel kick, but Helms is able to avoid it, takes him down. Takes him down with that arm drag, but quickly, Johnny Nitro springs back to his feet. And an elbow drop right to the leg of Gregory Helms. Oh, now look at this, backslide. Shoulders are down. 2, but no, Helms kicks out again. Nitro doing a great job at keeping Helms off balance, keeping control in this matchup. Oh, look at this, over the top. Oh, now he's gonna turn it into a roll-up. The shoulders are down on Helms. 1, 2, no, not even a 2 count. Helms quickly kicks out. And this time he counters by tossing Nitro over the top. And again, Nitro tries to strike first, but it's Gregory Helms who catches him. And now Helms has got Nitro up on his shoulders. Look at this. Look at the height on that powerbomb. A high-angle powerbomb from Gregory Helms. And Johnny Nitro spine first into the mat. And now just look at Helms with these vicious, devastating knees. Straight to the top of the skull of Johnny Nitro. You can see him holding his ribs. Nitro has done the damage. But Gregory Helms is forcing a comeback, and again, Nitro straight back to those ribs. But no, Gregory Helms keeps it hooked and drives him down with that neck breaker. But a counter by Nitro is now, no, Helms shoves him off. Oh, but a counter, a drop toe hold, and I think Helms, his face might have caught that bottom turnbuckle. But quickly, Helms able to counter back. As Nitro trying to fight him off, but look at Helms. Look at Helms! He crossed the arms and dropped him down with the sit-out mat slam. Excellent technique on display here from Gregory Helms. As Nitro, again, taken down, as it was, well, we saw Nitro working the ribs throughout this matchup. That has paid dividends for him. But right now, Gregory Helms, he is working the head, working the neck of Johnny Nitro. There's Gregory Helms right now. Oh, Gregory Helms looking to take a risk. Nitro collapses to the canvas. Look out below. Oh, but he missed. He went for the elbow drop, but Nitro just able to roll out of harm's way. Just in the nick of time, he can't seem to get a hold of Helms. Helms is too quick. Helms is too slippery. But Nitro back inside the ring. Helms unable to capitalize. You can see he's still reeling from this attack. No, and another counter by Helms. Drop toe hold. Nitro crashing into the canvas. And at the start of this matchup, Johnny Nitro was looking pretty impressive. He had firm control of this matchup. But, I mean, so far it's just counter after counter. But look at Nitro now with a flurry of strikes. A flurry of shots. And that devastating kick to the skull capped it off. As Helms back to his feet. Counter. As Nitro dumped over the top. But another counter, and again Nitro back to those ribs. Back to those ribs goes Johnny Nitro, but another counter by Helms. It is back and forth. Counter for counter. These two, wait. Nitro able to get out of the way. Oh, but Helms ducked underneath. A knife edge chop. And our reverse DDT. Gregory Helms is trying to mount a comeback here. Gregory Helms, he's bringing the fight now. Back with these knees. Back with these devastating, vicious knees. As Nitro is down. This could be Helms' moment to strike. No, counter. A counter by Nitro. Oh, and a devastating kick. A desperation kick by Johnny Nitro. And now Nitro to the top rope. Elbow drop. No! Nitro went to go after those ribs with the elbow drop, but Helms able to duck out of harm's way, but quickly again, Nitro drops him back to the canvas. Drops him with that arm drag, but again, rake of the eyes by Helms. It's just counter for counter, and a devastating neck breaker. Helms. Now this is his time to go on the attack. But Nitro striking wildly. It's the strikes that have paid off for him. Somehow able to catch him in midair there. Excellent timing by Johnny Nitro, able to prevent Helms from dropping him with whatever strike he was going for. As Nitro now dumped back inside the ring by Helms. As Gregory Helms now, what's he gonna do? No, Nitro to his feet. Nitro now with a shoulder block. Oh, and this is vintage Johnny Nitro right here. Looking for the dancing leg drop. Beautiful move. Executed to perfection by Johnny Nitro. And now off the top rope, look out below. Crossbody! He didn't get all of it. He didn't get all of it. Gregory Helms collapsed from the damage to his ribs. And that might have actually saved him. As Nitro was unable to connect with what otherwise looked like it could have been a picture-perfect crossbody. As again, Helms motioning back to those ribs. But he refuses to allow Johnny Nitro to take the upper hand to keep control. But Nitro might finally shut him down for good. To the top rope, look out! Hurricanrana! A super Hurricanrana off that top rope, and now standing shooting star press. Johnny Nitro may have just finished him off. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. Nitro retains the Cruiserweight title. That was a hell of a battle between these two men. But at the end of the day, the Cruiserweight champion, Johnny Nitro, stands tall. He reigns supreme. And Nitro, or I should say Helms rather, will not pick up the upset on this first episode of SmackDown. Nitro, he issued the challenge to Helms, and he was able to live up to his end of the bargain. Nitro makes a statement here tonight on the first episode of SmackDown, and this is a guy you gotta watch out for. This could be the future. Perhaps a future world champion in the making is Johnny Nitro. And our final match for this episode, it is Mr. Kennedy taking on the Samoan bulldozer, Umaga. Now, in the United States Championship Tournament, these two men faced off in the first round, and it was Umaga who picked up a pretty convincing win over Mr. Kennedy. So you have to imagine that tonight, Kennedy is looking for redemption. He's looking to, well, at the very least, looking to prevent a performance like what we saw in the United States Championship Tournament. He's looking to redeem himself, perhaps even looking to, dare I say, defeat the Samoan bulldozer, but of course that's going to be easier said than done. But hey, if there's one guy that we know for talking, for saying things that just, I don't know where I was going with that, but it's Mr. Kennedy, the guy with the golden microphone. Yeah, that guy.
Now that I have everybody's attention, I would just like to remind you that I weigh in tonight at 246 pounds. I hail from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr.
And the man with the golden tongue, that's Mr. Kennedy, all right. But can he back it up tonight in the ring? I mean, boy, he talks a big game, that Mr. Kennedy, but when you're going up against a man like, well, a man like this, a monster like this, a monster of a man, man, you're gonna need to bring everything, including the kitchen sink. You gotta bring everything with you. You gotta be on your A game, taking on a machine like Umaga. I mean, Mr. Kennedy, for all of his talk, I mean, hey, certainly if he can wrestle as big as he talks, well then Umaga, I mean, hey, Umaga's gonna be in for quite a fight tonight, but the question is, can Kennedy do that? Or is he all bark and no bite? That is truly the ultimate question, and we're gonna find an answer to that question right here, right now. And here we go, folks. The bell has been rung, and straight out of the gate, Umaga's got Mr. Kennedy in his grasp, and a massive power slam. A massive power slam by Umaga straight out of the gate. Oh, and a headbutt to the back of the skull of Kennedy. Umaga not wasting any time, and I mean, this match has barely even begun, and it's already looking like it could be a one-sided massacre. Body shot from Umaga. Oh, but Kennedy able to sidestep and takes him down with a headlock takeover. Brilliant maneuvering there by Mr. Kennedy. Umaga, of course, has the size, the strength advantage. So Kennedy, that's what he's going to do. He's got to outmaneuver him. And so far, he's trying to outstrike him, but that's not going to happen. Oh, wait, maybe it will. A beautiful counter there by Kennedy. He's got Umaga up on his shoulders. Look at the strength of Kennedy here. He's got Umaga up there. Oh, no. But Umaga counters. I mean, Kennedy basically set himself straight up for that one, as he gets suplexed straight into the center of the ring. A splash by Umaga. 2. No, but a kick out by Kennedy. And straight, I mean, look at this. Match has barely even begun, and Kennedy is looking the worse for wear. Oh, but a rake in the eyes. A dirty trick by Kennedy, but he might need that to survive. Oh, no. He certainly fired Umaga up, and he used that to his advantage. He had a raging bulldozer, and Umaga coming straight for him. Used that momentum against him. Took him down with a drop toe hold, and now look at Kennedy again. Kennedy, oh! Straight on that top rope. Inverted vertical suplex. Oh, but Umaga's mad now. And Umaga's got him in his clutches. Drops him with a pump handle slam. A pump handle slam by Umaga, and now he spins Kennedy around. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at the height on that move. Just grabbed him by the leg, grabbed him by the ankle, and just picked him up into the air, nearly above his head. But again, Kennedy with those dirty tricks. A poke to the eye. Umaga is staggered, and Kennedy, oh, Kennedy's got the tights. Kennedy's got the tights. Is he going to do it here? No, not even a count. Not even a count from the referee. Umaga straight back to his feet. Oh, and now Umaga. Oh, that's certainly not going to do Kennedy any favors. As Umaga, knife edge chop. Oh, there's a jab. Another knife edge chop. And another punch. And just look at Umaga. Umaga just laying into Mr. Kennedy here. I mean, Kennedy, he is in bad shape. Oh, but another counter, another reversal. And now look at the strength of Mr. Kennedy. Impressive back suplex there by Kennedy. And there's a kick to the midsection. Kennedy trying to rally here. Oh, but Umaga just tossed him into the corner. Oh, but a counter by Kennedy. Again, Kennedy using those dirty tricks, choking him out. Oh, but a headbutt to the back of the skull again. But this time, Kennedy had that trick well scouted. But not that one. But again, Kennedy shoves him off. Kennedy trying to create distance. As the referee goes down, but Umaga says, bring it on. You're going to have to hit me with something stronger than that. Kennedy gave it an effort, but Umaga having none of it. Look at this. Full Nelson bomb. And Kennedy drops straight on his tailbone. As Umaga spins him around, what's he looking for this time? Oh, look at Umaga, just tossing him around like a rag doll with a giant swing. And Kennedy, he's certainly put up a stronger fight than he did in the tournament, but this is ultimately going to be his undoing. The Samoan spike. And that's it. Umaga just hooked the leg. You can count to 100. This match is done. 2, 3, and Kennedy, his lights are out. Umaga scores an emphatic victory once again. And Umaga, yeah, he got more of a fight out of Mr. Kennedy tonight than he might have expected given his performance in the United States tournament. But nonetheless, it is Umaga who scores a dominant victory. And Kennedy, yeah, he certainly gave it his A-game tonight. He certainly did bring a much more impressive performance out of himself tonight, but even that, not enough. Not even close to putting Umaga away. All right, and that was our first episode of SmackDown from Atlanta, Georgia. Let's see how badly we bombed in the ratings. So we're going up against a 4-star Raw. A 4-star... Jesus Christ. We got a 2.5. Okay. Hey, 3 stars for the upset. That's not bad. 2.5 for the tag team. 2.5 for the Cruiserweight. 2.5 for our singles matchup here in a 3-star main event. You know, it could have been worse. I was expecting worse. And I realized we did not use everybody on our roster in this card, but we got to show some restraint here. I mean, if nobody can fit, I'm not just going to throw managers into matches that don't really make sense. So for right now, this is okay. Future weeks, we'll have everybody on the card. Some weeks we might have even less than this, but for now, this is fine. Although these 2 losses, I would rather not have. See, maybe I should have just put Edge in Master's Corner, because this did not work out as planned. The same with that tag team match. Well, hey, we can learn from this in the future. I guess we might as well just jump ahead to Raw. I know I can't really use the calendar yet, but let's take a look at the fan support. Ooh, yeah, we lost like 300,000 fans in the first week. That's, I mean, that's to be expected, but that's not good. So we have, yeah, going from last week, Booker took quite a jump. Now that he's got the U.S. title up to number 10. I mean, hey, he got the boost from the new superstar spot, and he also defeated CM Punk. So you can't really go wrong with that. But otherwise, yeah, we have 2 in the top 10. That's not good. Edge is sitting there at 11. Hey, but we've got guys ahead of the WWE champions, so that's a good thing. We've got, oh my god, is there anybody else? Umaga's in there at 20. We have the Demon's Apple there at 21. Punk at 22. And JTG by himself at 25. So I guess Shad doesn't make the cut. So we have, that's 4, 6, we have 7 guys total on that Power 25. That's not great. That's not great. We could at least get one more guy in there to, you know, have a better showing for our brand, but that's okay. It's good. Wait, JTG was on there, but not Mr. Kennedy? How does that work? Okay, sure. We'll roll with it, I guess. I don't understand. Yeah, but Nitro moving up, the Hardy Boys moving up. MVP, Chris Masters, yeah, these guys weren't even there in the first place. But yeah, Dykstra, even though Helms lost, Dykstra is still not going anywhere. So, just goes to show where Dykstra is on the totem pole here on SmackDown. Funny story, I was originally... Wait, hang on, we skipped ahead a week. And I made a faction between these 2 guys. Maybe I forgot to set it to tag team. Maybe it's only set to alliance for right now. Maybe I'll go back and fix that then. But I think it's interesting how... Yeah, Helms loses, but Dykstra still is there. I was originally going to put Dykstra in this match, but I thought, we'll use Masters. And I guess that worked out for the best, because big old Masterpiece scored a masterpiece of a victory. That made not as much sense as I wanted it to, but hey, we've got our rivalries in place there. Number 1 contender, we'll do CM Punk and King Booker. I doubt we're going to be able to make that last until the Bash, but we can try. We'll go for it, because I do see long-term potential in this feud, so we'll just see what we can do with it. Yeah, I have a couple here that are sitting. This one's definitely not going to go till the Bash. This one, I mean, I don't think it's actually possible in the game to go that long, but we'll drag it out as long as we can. Got to get maximum worth out of these feuds early on. Yeah, Legend. I don't have any legends. I'm not going to be able to use the Legend Killer. Is there anything else? We have Crime Time. We have the Hardy Boys. Well, I mean, Crime Time just kind of blew their shot. So here's what I can do. I know what I can do. I'm going to get a little bit of a preemptive strut. Actually, I can't, because I have to simulate all the way ahead. But what I'm going to do for the next episode, we already know that it's going to be Johnny Nitro versus Dykstra for the Cruiserweight title. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to have the Hardy Boys maybe we'll put the tag team titles on the line. I know it's a little early, but we kind of need something to keep us in the runnings. So maybe next week. Actually, or do I want to blow that title shot straight off the bat? I don't know. But I know what I will do is it's going to be the Hardy Boys versus the Demon's Apple. We got to put our champs in action. We got to get Carlito some in-ring action. But what we're also going to do is it's going to be CM Punk versus JTG, because we got to start that alliance between the Demons, or not the Demon's Apple. We got to start the alliance between Crime Time and the King, the United States Champion. So Booker, he's going to put his bodyguard in place of him for the next match. And that's what we're going to do. Because right now, JTG's not in a feud. So that will work. That will work for me. Yeah, but he's the only contract I really will have to worry about for a while. Everything else is cool. And there's nothing really else I can do with rivalries. Maybe turning MVP face could be an okay idea. Because that's another match I know I'm going to do for next week. Actually, I guess there's nothing I can really do for the other days. So I might as well just skip ahead. We'll just get a head start on that. Get a head start on that next match. No, I'll wait. I'll wait till next episode. I can just record another one after this. Why not? But I do want to get your feedback. Would you rather I do this as more of like a simulation style? I probably won't do it that way, just because that seems weird for this type of game. What was the other question I had? Right, do you want longer episodes? Would you prefer shorter episodes? Let me know in the comments. I know this episode was late. I said like 2 weeks, and then things came up, so I wasn't able to get it out on time. So next week I'm gonna make up for it. We're gonna have more episodes next week. So the next couple of episodes might be still longer, because that's a format I'm going to go with now, but keep leaving your comments. I will see your feedback, and I will take it into consideration when I do the recording session after that. But for now, thank you for watching. We're going to lose. We're going to die. No, that's fine. We can if we believe hard enough, we can overturn the ratings plummet, and we can take this for ourselves. So, until next time, keep on YouTubing.